Recording in progress.
Okay, good morning, everyone. And in this video, we are want to read our article, and we started with our self introduce. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Shah. I'm from Vocational High School in Surabaya.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Afisal Rashid from SMKN 1 Surabaya, majoring in multimedia.
Hello, my name is Arya Indra Saputra. You can call me Rizal. I'm dari SMK Tuna.
Rafif Irfan and Aris Windri, you can introduce yourself. Aris Windri, you can introduce yourself.
Oh, ulangin toh. Oh, my name is Arya Windri Saputra. I am from SMK Sanden, majoring software engineering.
Okay, guys. We start. Raffi Irfan, can you introduce yourself?
Bentar Bang Rafif pada cari sinyal.
I from SMKN Sanden.
Okay, guys. I wanted to tell about my newspaper. About title IMF approves $3 billion payload for cash. Since Starfed Pakistan. The article written by Ashif Shahzad. The International Monetary Fund Board approved a US $3 billion pilot program for Pakistan, which will immediately disburse about $1.2 billion to help stabilize the South Asian island economy, the lender said on Wednesday. Pakistan and the fund reached a top level of agreement last month, securing a short-term pack, which got more than the expected funding for the country of 230 million people, which faced an acute balance of payment crisis with only enough central bank reserve to cover monthly amount of controlled imports. The IMF Executive Board approved a 9-month standby arrangement or SBA for Pakistan for an amount of SDR 2,225 million, about $3 billion or 111% of quota to support of authorities' economic stabilization programs. The lender said in the statement detail a lifeline for Pakistan, which has been on the cusp of default, came after 8 months of thorough negotiation over fiscal disciplines. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said the pilot was a major step forward in the government's efforts to stabilize the economy and achieve macroeconomic stability. It will boost Pakistan's economic position to overcome immediate to medium-term economic challenges, giving the government the fiscal space to carve the way forward, he said. And then Sharif coalition government is due to face a national election this year and must undertake more painful fiscal discipline measures to satisfy the IMF. It included the central bank raising its policy interest rate to a record high on 22% with ordinary Pakistanis, struggle with inflation running at about 29% and the government raising 385 billion rupees at $1.39 billion in new taxes. The EMF said the fresh funding will provide a policy answer from addressing domestic and internal imbalance and a framework for financial support from multilateral and multilateral partners. The IMF said it wanted Islamabad to ensure a tight monetary policy aimed at disinflation and further progress on structural reforms, particularly in the energy sector, state-owned enterprise governance, and climate resilience. The deal, which has already brought some relief to investors in the country's stocks, exchange rate, and bonds, will unlock more external financing. Okay, next, Muhammad Hafid and Rashid, can you tell about your next paper?
Okay, thank you, Muhammad Rafiq Abdiansyah. Okay. Uh, Now I wanna read my newspaper about the past 4 years shrinking domestic industry. Sorry. I wanna read my newspaper about India push G20 to raise tax rates on firms earning excess profit. Source: India will push a group of 20 partners at a meeting is hosting to support its proposal to raise the share of tax multinational companies pay to countries where they earn excess profits. Government office said India proposal, which has not been previously reported, could temper optimism about among G20 members such as Australia and Japan that meeting of finance minister and central bankers in Gujarat would make progress on along with overhaul of global corporate taxation. More than 140 country were supposed to start implementing next year to 2021 deal overhauling decades old rules on how government tax multinational that present rules are widely considering outdated as digital giant like Apple or Amazon can both profit and low tax country. The deal pushed by the United States would levy in minimum 15% tax on large global firms, plus additional 25% tax on excess profits defined by Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development or OECD. But several countries uh, have concerns about multilateral truly underpinning a major element of the plan. And some analysts say the overhaul is a risk of collapse. India has made suggestion to get its due share of tax rates on excess profit of multinational companies. One official said the suggestion have been made to the OECD and will be discussed extensively during the G20 meeting on Monday and Tuesday. The official said India has made suggestions to get its due share of taxing right on excess profit of multinational companies. Okay, that's it from me. Next, Rizal Wintry, you can introduce your newspaper.
Okay, Hafiz. Thank you. San Francisco rests for Robbie taxi cliffs sharp drift of safety. Uh, Atkins San Francisco, Los Angeles, California needed that. A driverless taxi slowed down on a dark San Francisco street and is quickly ushered by a group of masked figures. One of them placed a traffic cone on the hood of the car. Its hazard lights click on, and the car stopped in the middle of the road. Disabled. The Viscan has been reported to say in of the course United States. Its capital this past week, the work activity protesting against the no protective of robot cars, which they consider unisa. He believe that cars are bad, no matter how hard board what is driving. Said activists who asked to be referred to by the President Alex to protect his identity. His ethical activist group Safe Street Rebel, radical pro-protection and pro-bike, and not impressed by with Scrooge claims the driver cars new revolution mode of fashion using construction from the street. Activists have been traveling through Reverse taxi operated by Waymo and Chassis, the only two companies current authorities in San Francisco. Right. A few of social network or time-based authorities are expansion of trails taxi to for to horse-ride service. The proposal by the California Public Utilities Commission allow Waymo and Cruise to directly compete with ride-sharing apps such of ride by driver. But the issue has friction set and GT official. Running robot to take the wheel has led to cars getting stuck in the middle of mud, blocking push lanes or even interfering in a police frame scan. Other accident involving humans and cross of vehicles has been recorded that a Waymo taxi was reported in June to have killed a dog at the International Street. City Supervisor Aaron Paskin that the CPOC has the decision to allow a massive ramp of the federal taxi on San Francisco. And the San Francisco Country Transportation Authority and later the CPOC telling 92 accident involving in last year. Next, Rafif Irfan Maulana.
Okay, okay, I will read my newspaper. A humility moment for Thailand, Thailand FM Pramudwinai. I hope it is not clear what his intention were Thai Foreign Minister Don Pramudwinai did. 3. You needle the very last minutes to talk about the decision of the ASEAN leader to temporarily bar Myanmar junta from participating in the region bloc of physical thing and function. Many targets to solve we reported Myanmar if not am present at of this Myanmar later and later Aung San San forget the real meeting in Jakarta. The election Hasan
Stop, stop, stop.
to be more cooperative in ending the
Yes.
brutality of the huh? Apa?
Lanjut, 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 lanjut.
The ASEAN is prepared to deal with the new government of the Sul from the May election, the result of election. ASEAN expect the new leader to be more cooperative in ending the military. Pramudia Pramudwinai, however, still tried aggressively to pitch to his colleagues the decision atau Alianza Myanmar was wrong, and that Thailand's pro-Myanmar approach shall be adopted is ASEAN rarely wrong. Myanmar is not at all the politician is wrong. According to diplomatic norms, the absence of the Thai foreign minister at the ASEAN annual meeting is more of a constancy than a necessity. Correct a deficit May 14 erased his resignation from politics. Now Riot role is as caretaker and also is the head of the 14 minister. Belmarma Pramudwinaya Paduliut told the ASEAN from Agen Ministry of Suki 3 days before his arrival in Jakarta on next Rafli Ardiansyah.
Okay, fair. Thank you a lot, uh, Rafiq Irfan. I wanted to tell my article again about IMF approves $3 billion by loan for cash starved Pakistan. The article written by Ashif Sazad. The International Monetary Fund Board approved a US $3 billion pilot program for Pakistan, which will immediately disperse about $1.2 billion to help stabilize the South Asian island economy, the leader said on Wednesday. Pakistan ended the fund received a staff level arrangement last month, scoring a short-term pact with got more than the expected funding for the country of 230 million people, which faces an average balance of payment crisis with only enough central bank reserves to cover barely amount of controlled imports. The board approval was mandatory before dispersing the first trains with the rest of the arrival later in installment. The AMM Executive Board approved a 9-month standby arrangement for Pakistan from a amount of SGR 2025 millions, about $3 billion or 111% of quota. And support authorities' economic stabilization programs. The deal of Lifeline in Pakistan, which has been on the cup of default cap after 8 months of the negotiation over fiscal discipline. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif said the pilot is a major step forward in the government efforts to stabilize the economy, achieve macroeconomic stability. Terming it milestone, Sharif cited it to achieve again the heaviest of odds and again a seemingly impossible deadline. Okay. Then Sharif's coalition government is due to face a national election this year and must undertake more painful fiscal discipline measures to satisfy the IMF. They included the central bank raising the policy interest rate to a record high of 22%, while ordinary Pakistan is struggling with inflation, with running about to 20%. The and the government raising 385 billion rupees in new taxes. The IMF said the fresh funding will provide a policy ensure for addressing domestic and external balance and a framework for financial support from multilateral and bilateral partners. The IMF said it wanted Islam about to ensure that tight monetary policy aimed at disinflation and further progress on popular reforms, particularly in the energy sector, state-owned enterprise governance, and climate resilience. The deal, which has already brought some relief to investors in the country stocks, exchange rate, and bonds, will unlock more external financing. Okay, thank you. It's just very for me. Next, Muhammad Rafiq and Rashid, can you tell about your newspaper? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad Rafi Ardiansyah. For the second round, I want to read my newspaper. India will push it through to 20 partners is meeting is hosting to support the proposal to raise to share of tax multinational companies pay to countries they earn artificial said Indonesia proposal which has not been previously reported could temper optimism among G20 members such as Australian and finance minister and consular in Gujarat would make progress a long await. Overhaul of a global corporate taxation, more than 140 countries were supposed implementing next year, 2021, deal overhaul indicates rules on how government tax multinational that present rules are widely considering outdated as digital giant like Apple and or Amazon can book profit in low tax country. The deal pushed by the United States would levy a minimum 15% tax on large global firm plus and additional 25% tax on excess profits as definitely the Organization for Economic Operation and Development or OECD have concerns about the multi-layered underpinning a major element of the plan. And some analysts say the overhaul has a risk of collapse, and India has made suggestion to get to share of tax rights on excess profits of multinational companies. One of said that suggestions have been made to the OECD and will discuss extensively during the G20 meeting on Monday and Tuesday. The official said India has made suggestions to get its to share of taxing right on excess profits of multinational. The official was could not be named and discussed with the OECD were ongoing and G20 meeting had not begun, said India wants significant increase in the tax paid countries where the firm did business. Okay,
Okay,
that's it
San
for me. And
Francisco.
Reza.
San Fran San Francisco rests for robotaxi left sharp through holiday. Mackenzie Fresco, Los California. Driver taxi slow down on track San Francisco Street or what is traffic and the activists who pursued Alex to protest his identity. His anti-car conflict group safety street level. It's radical in protection and pro-bike and not impressed by with claim the travel cars a new revolution mode of transportation. Alexis their arrival just as another by two Unitex cartoons using graphics gone out from the steel. The activists have been disciplining taxis operated by Waymo and Prezi, the only two fans current authorities in San Francisco. The restaurant has gone violence online. Ranks of millions of views on social network dim when state authorities are monitoring the expense of driver plus taxi operation in the city to for side service. The proposal by the California Public Utilities Commission (CPUC), which offers such autonomous taxi in the state, would allow Waymo and Cruise to do its own patch with ride in apps such as Ever Light, but without driver detection. But the loss has caused friction between state and city officials. Driving cars were in toss in San Francisco 2015 with a majority woman safety driver 1 4. 4 years later, California script in the equipment for a human driver to be in the car, meaning is no longer of sea. The voice was uncheckable at on the street, but later San Francisco officials are worried by an insert number of incidents in known for autonomous car. Low robots to take the wheel has led to car shooting stuck in matter of minutes, blocking pedestrians or even interfering in a police crime scene. No such accident may not harm human and crush of Waymo. Again, have been reported that a Waymo taxi reported in June to have killed to that into the street. This person baskin fundamental the CPUCSD decision to allow a massive ramp up of travel taxi on San Francisco. The San Francisco is country authorization a letter of the CPUC detail 92 incident allowing autonomous taxi last year. Next, Rafif Irfan Maulana.
Okay, I will read my newspaper. A humility moment for Thailand FM Pramudwinai. I heard it is not clear what is intention where Thai forget mean Easter Don Pramudwinai did three. You needle the very last minutes to torpedo the decision of the ASEAN leader to temporarily bar Myanmar junta from party participating in the region bloc's official meeting and fusion. This main target was Indonesia. How shall we reach forget Myanmar in necessary? The floor summit not I am present at L when Pramudwinai present the result of his meeting with Myanmar junta leader Gen Min Aung Hlaing and ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi during the ASEAN Foreign Ministerial meeting in Jakarta this week. The chief diplomats were just trying to be polite to their Thai counterpart. ASEAN is prepared to deal with the new government of Thailand with result from the May election. Deposing the result of the election, ASEAN expect the new leader to be more cooperative in ending the brutality of the Myanmar military. Pramudwinai, however, still tried aggressively to pledge to his colleagues that the decision to alien Myanmar was wrong, and that Thailand's pro-Myanmar military apparatus should be adopted. This is really wrong. My answer is not at all the Thai politician is wrong. According to diplomatic notes, the attention of the Thai Foreign Ministry and the ASEAN annual meeting is more of a contestation than a necessity. He was Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha suffered a devastating defeat in the May 14 election and has declared his resignation from politics. No Prayut role is as a caretaker and so is that of the Thai Foreign Minister but Pramudwinai proudly told the ASEAN from again Ministry of this meeting with Zelensky the day before his arrival in Jakarta on Wednesday. Okay, thank you. Next, Rafli Ardiansa. Next, Rafli.
Okay, thank you, Raffi Irfan Maulana. I want to tell you about my article for less. And then the article about IMF approves $3 billion pilot for gas and tar for Pakistan. It's article written by Ashif Salzad. Reuters Islamabad, the International Monetary Fund Board approved a $3 billion pilot program for Pakistan, which will immediately disperse about $1.2 billion to help stabilize the South Asian island economy, the lender said on Wednesday. Then Pakistan and the fund raised a staff level agreement last month, securing a short-term pact which got more than the expected funding for the humanitarian of 230 million people, which faces an acute balance of payment crisis with only enough central bank reserves to cover barely amount of controlled imports. The board's approval was mandatory before dispersing the first stage, with the rest to arrive later in installments. And then economic stabilization, the IMF executive board approved a 9 month standby arrangement SDA for Pakistan for an amount of SDR 2,250 million, about $3 billion or 111% of quota. To support the authorities' economic stabilization the programs, the lender said in a statement, it's said Pakistan faced a difficult external environment. Discretionary influence and policy mistakes have led to large fiscal and external deficits, rising inflation, and eroded reserve buffer in FY23. The deal, a lifeline for Pakistan, which had been on the cusp of default, came after 8 months of zero negotiations over fiscal Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said the bailout was a major step forward in the government effort to stabilize the economic and achieve macroeconomic stability. Then, terming a milestone, Sharif said it was achieved against the heaviest of odds and against a seemingly possible deadline. Sharif's coalition government is due to face a national election this year and must undertake more painful fiscal discipline measures to satisfy the IMF. It included the central bank raising its policy interest rate to a record high of 22%, while ordinary Pakistanis struggle with inflation running at about 29%, and the government raising 385 billion rupees in new taxes. The policy ensured the IMF said the fresh funding will provide a policy measure for addressing domestic and national imbalance and the framework for financial support from multilateral and bilateral partners. The program will focus on implementation of the FY24 budget to facilitate Pakistan needed fiscal adjustment and ensure that sustainability, while protecting its critical social spending, a return to a market-determined exchange rate and proper FX market functioning to after external shocks and eliminate FF shortage, it said. The IMF said it wanted Islamabad to ensure a tight monetary policy aimed at disinflation and further progress on structural reforms, particularly in the energy sector, state-owned enterprise governance, and climate resilience. The deal, which has already brought some relief to investors in the country's stock, exchange rate, and bond, will unlock additional financing. Okay, that's for me. And next, Muhammad Abdul Rashid, can you tell about your newspaper? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for much of that the answer. Okay, I want to read my newspaper for the last one for this morning. Okay, India will push its group of 20 partners at meeting it hosting to support its proposal to raise the share of taxes multinational companies pay to countries where they earn excess profits, government officials said. India proposal, which has not been previously reported, called temper optimism among G20 members such as Australia and Japan that the meeting of finance minister and central bankers in Gujarat would make progress on a long-awaited overhaul of global corporate taxation. More than 100 voting countries are more supposed to start implemented next year, 2021 deal for how indicate all rules on how government tax multinational that present rules are widely considering outdated as digital giant like Apple or Amazon can book profits in low tax countries. The deal, pushed by the United States, would levy a minimum 15% tax on large global firms plus an additional 25% on tax. Excess profit are defined by Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development or OECD, but several countries have concerns about the multinational surely in the underpinning a major element of the plan. And some analysts say overhaul is a risk of collapse. India has made suggestions to get its due share of taxing right on excess profits of multinational companies. One of said suggestion been to be OECD and will discuss extensively during the G20 meeting on Monday and Tuesday. The official said India has made a suggestion to get its two share of taxing rise on excess profit of multinational companies. Three officials who has not to be named have discussed with the OECD were ongoing and the G20 meeting had not begun, said in India one saying significant increase in the tax paid on countries where the firms did business. Okay, that's it from me for the last round. And next, Arizal Wintry, you can introduce yours. Sorry, you can read your newspaper.
Okay, thank you, Nafis. Uh, San Francisco ranks for robotaxi claims shop divided over safety. Agency Francis Press, San Francisco, Los Angeles, California, United States. Driverless taxi slowed down on a San Francisco street and is quickly surrounded by a group of masked figures. One of them placed a traffic on a cone on the hood of the car. Is that electric on the car stopped in the middle of the road to save. This pressure scanner has been repaired dozens of times across the United States or Capita on this past week. The walkout actively protesting against the proliferation of robot cars, which they consider unsafe. We believe that all cars are bad, no matter who or what is driving, said the activist, who asked to be referred to by an prosecutor Alex to protect his identity. His anti-car activist group, Safety Safe Street Rebel, is radically pro-pedestrian and pro-bike, and not impressed by with speed claim that driverless cars are new revolution model of transportation. Alexis there are felt just as another way to intense car domination. Using traffic congestion from the street, the activists have been disabling traveler taxi operated by Waymo and Crazy, the only two companies current authorities in San Francisco. The resident has gone violent online racking up millions of views on social network. Time being instead, authorities are monitoring the expansion of travel operation in the city effort to for the 24 hours span service. The proposal by the California in Public Utilities Commission CPUC base offers autonomous taxi in the state will allow Waymo and Classy to the taxi compete with ride shop in absolute hour of ride, but without driver. As to the same, but the issue has caused friction between state and city official. Member of Safe Street Travel, a group of anonymous anti-car activists, is a convent on self-driving robot taxi to disable is during protest on July 20 in San Francisco, California. This can has been reported dozens of times across the state capital this past week. Protest against the pro, like proliferation of robot cars, which the activists consider insane. Driverless cars was in the road trip in San Francisco in 2014 in majority human safety driver on the road. Allowing robot to take the wheel has led to cars getting stuck in the middle of road, blocking has lanes or even turning in Polish crime scan. No fight accident involving human and crossing or Waymo scan have been recorded. Take a Waymo taxi was reported in June to have killed a dog that ran into the street. City supervision around Paskin Coleman, the civil jurisdiction that allow massive of driver taxi on San Francisco Street. The San Francisco County Transportation Authority sent us letter to specific detailing 92 incident involving autonomous taxi last year. Next, Rafif Irfan Maulana. you.
I will read in my newspaper. I humanity moment for Thailand's FM Pramudwinai. I hope is not clear where this intention were ten foreign minister dan Pramudwinai three until the very last minutes to torpedo the decision of the ASEAN leader to temporarily ban Myanmar junta from participating in the region bloc's official meeting and function. His main target was Indonesia. How shall we forget Myanmar in if necessary? The floor Smith not. I am present at LBM Pramudwinai present the result of his meeting with Myanmar junta leader Ken Min Aung Hlaing and Mr. Leader Aung San Suu Kyi during the ASEAN Foreign Ministerial meeting in Jakarta this week. Indonesia diplomats were just trying to be polite to their Thai counterpart. ASEAN is prepared to deal with the new government of Thailand with result from the May election. Revision the result of the election. ASEAN expand the new letter to be more cooperative in ending to brutality of the Myanmar military. Pramudwinai, however, still tried aggressively to fight to his colleagues that the decision to alienate Myanmar was wrong, and that Thailand's pro-Myanmar military apparatus should be adopted is ASEAN really wrong. My answer is not at all the Thai politician is wrong. According to diplomatic norms, the attention of the Thai foreign minister at the ASEAN annual meeting is more of a courtesy than a necessity. Is both Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha suffered a deficit in the May 14 election and has declared resignation from politics. No Prayut role is as a caretaker and so is that of the Thai foreign minister but Pranay proudly told the ASEAN foreign minister of his meeting with Jailed Sukei 3 days before his arrival in Jakarta on Wednesday. Okay, thank you. Next, Rafli Ardiansa.
Um, okay, thank you for Rafif Irfan. And this is our meeting. And thank you everyone and see you next time.